Prices at the pump make another major jump. Gas stations in Metro Detroit now charging more than $4 a gallon.
And in Chicago, it's even worse, as much as $5 a gallon in some places. So what's driving up the prices, and how are we coping? Fox News' Amy Lang live right now in Southfield. Amy, what are drivers telling you?
As you can imagine, Jewel, they're not happy. I mean, just take a look at the price behind me here at this Shell station. $4.15 if you're paying cash, $4.25 if you're paying by credit card. People are already starting to alter their summer travel plans and wondering just how high these prices will go.
I don't even see why we gotta pay high gas prices.
Well, I think the gas prices are much too high right now, and I do blame it on the president.
One day we see the prices down like 10 cents. Next day we see the prices up 20 cents. Why?
Even Sam Husami doesn't understand it, and he's the manager here at this mobile station in Southfield. He was out cutting prices by a penny to $3.98. A good deal when you look at some other stations. It's $4.15 a gallon if you pay cash at this Shell. They're the kind of prices that practically keep people at home.
They say they're gonna go all the way up to $5. I don't even move this truck unless I have to.
Vacation this summer is not going to be the same. We have a cottage up north and we just can't afford to go up there. Gas is too high to be traveling.
I was going to drive to Vegas, but that's out of the question now. I'm going to fly.
But these prices will impact airfare costs as well. As for $5 a gallon, analysts at price tracking website GasBuddy.com predict prices here could peak at around $4.50 in May, compared with a high of $4.26 last year. And these prices really do impact people's lives.
I'm just getting back to work off for 2 years, so just trying to survive. Me and my wife argue about it. Where's the money? It's in the gas.
The money in the gas tank. So many people feeling that way right now. Everyone wants to know why. We're being told the same kind of thing we're always hearing, that there's unrest in the Middle East, that they're switching over from the winter blend to the summer blend. But people are really just fed up at this point. And again, the state's economy may feel it in terms of tourism if people are just not going to get in their car and go. For now, live in Southfield, I'm Amy Lang, Fox 2 News.
All right, Amy, thank you. With us now is David Bruhan, Vice President of Gregory Schwartz and Company. David is that financial expert who tracks the impact of higher gas prices. David, thanks for being here.
You're most welcome. Good evening, Hill.
Good evening. Now, the average price in Metro Detroit is now $4.06. What in the world is going on here? Why is the price so high, David?
Well, there's many factors that determine the price of gas in a given day: supply and demand, world event risk. If the dollar's weak, it drives prices up, and also speculation. So those four factors come into play every single day around the world to determine what we're going to pay at the pump.
So if President Barack Obama said, drill, baby, drill tomorrow, and freed up some of the reserves that we've been keeping underground, would that lower prices?
It may help. When President Bush announced that we would begin offshore drilling, or he would suspend the moratorium in July of 2008, at that time, oil was $145 a barrel. Within 6 months, by December of 2008, oil dropped to about $30 a barrel. So a policy of exploration as well as conservation would certainly help. In addition, the president could suspend ethanol production for a given time, and that would probably decrease the amount of fuel costs by 20 to 40 cents a gallon, because although we don't use ethanol, all of us, we do pay for the refining, and it is expensive.
Well, some people also say that the big oil companies are the real problem. They've got a virtual monopoly, and they've got their greedy hands in our pockets.
Well, if you can imagine having to drill for oil in several places and not finding any, oil companies do need a reserve when they come up empty. I've used the analogy, if you were a rock star and went to 6 different concert venues around the country and nobody came, you'd need money in the bank too.
But I've never heard of an oil company going broke. But obviously, too, the high price of gas hurts drivers, but it hurts the entire economy, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. We import about 12 million barrels of oil a day, and our largest partners are Canada, Saudi Arabia, and Mexico that import oil to us. We consume about 8 million barrels of gasoline a day, so 1 penny at the pump impacts the economy tremendously, especially the poor and the middle class who have less disposable personal income to use. When they have to spend more to do normal things, it cuts into their budget.
So what can consumers do?
Well, consumers can call their members of Congress. They can push Congress to talk to the administration, to potentially negotiate with TransCanada to open the Keystone XL pipeline. We can suspend a moratorium for ethanol production, and we can also expand production. Further, if the dollar were stronger, oil prices would drop because our foreign partners, when the dollar is weak, want more dollars for the same thing. So this money creation out of thin air, literally, by the Federal Reserve and by both administrations, Bush and Obama, to create projects really takes a toll on your currency, and it makes everything that we import more expensive.
More expensive. And in an election year, anything can happen. Who knows what we might see in the next few months. David Bruhan, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks very much, Yul.
MyFoxDetroit.com working to help you find the cheapest gas prices. You'll find our gas tracker tool on our homepage. Just type in your zip code. You'll see an interactive map showing you the prices in your neighborhood. Again, you'll find the gas tracker on the homepage at MyFoxDetroit.com.